Whilst most people have been complaining about the lack of loot in Riven Tides, I've been thriving. I've been getting so much loot that I don't even know what to do with it all. In fact, I'm picking and choosing what to take home. There's that much loot to go around. So I'm going to show you the best loot route to come out with a bunch of great stuff. You can get kinetic converters, silencers, and all the rare attachments. You can also get endless supplies of explosive compounds, endless supplies of broken guidance systems. And if you didn't know, that can recycle into 1,000,000 processors. One stack of 3 is 12 processors. And if you take a look at my inventory right now, I've had to sell some because I had so many. But yeah, we've got quite a lot here, and that is a ridiculous number of processors. We've got so many magnetic accelerators, so many Exodus modules as well to craft any items that I need, and of course, 1,000,000 springs as well for when I need to make whatever weapon mods I want. Tons of gun parts as well. I've kind of not been collecting those until recently, so it's a really good loot route to get attachments, grenades, crafting materials of all kinds, and all sorts of other loot. So I wanted to show you the loot route today and how you can get your hands on all of this stuff as well. So here we go. The loot run starts here. Any way you can get into stacking yard as quick as possible is going to work out. We ended up going into the middle stacking yard area. There are going to be other people nearby trying to loot as well, but most people honestly miss a lot of the containers. And I'll be honest, the best area is this area here and this area here for containers. We're going to start in this middle place though. We can get a couple of containers up here, so it's worth checking. We're going to try and aim for a couple of specific things from today's loot run. Firstly, weapon parts. We're going to need a lot of those just to keep our weapons maintained. Secondly, we're going to go for springs. You always need springs for mod components to make any kind of high-level attachment. There are so many springs here. This is probably the best springs farm in the game. We're also going to look for advanced guidance systems because they, in fact, give us processors. One of those gives us 4 processors, and they stack to 3. So in your inventory, you can stack 12 processors per inventory space. It's much more efficient than holding on to the actual processors themselves. And interestingly, this is without a doubt the best farm for broken guidance systems. This is also a really good place for explosive compounds. So to make wolf packs and deadlines, this is the best location in the game. Not even joking. So we've got explosives coming in. We've got materials for attachments coming in. And on top of that, we can get grenades here. And we can get attachments. We've got somebody here looting already, so I'm going to try and go ahead. So we've got all of these different items. And by the way, those attachments, that can also mean kinetic converters, anvil splitters, silencer 3s. I've seen it all here. You can also get snap hooks and photo cloaks. So they kind of work like you'd expect a residential container to work, but they also have Exodus materials. They have industrial materials. They have explosive materials. They have everything. These containers have everything. So I'm going to show you my loot route here, trying to capture as many containers as possible, and you'll get to see as we go just how many different things you can get. So now we're going to come along this way, and we're going to start the run down here. So what I like to do is check on the map to see the different stacks of stacking containers, because there's so many of them, and it can be a little bit confusing trying to remember what you've looted and what you haven't. These breachables can also have a number of different items. Just got a key in there. Shame it's not one of the new keys, but we'll take it. I like to come to this shipwreck because there are a number of breachable boxes that are worth checking for. And up this way, there can sometimes be more. On here, there's a ship on there. I've already got all the ships, so I'm not going to collect them, but this is a good place for them as well. What I'm really focused on is these shipping containers, and you'll get to see why as we start looting them. Just watch the springs stack up. Watch the broken guidance system stack up and the explosive compounds. We'll see how many attachments we can get as well. Coming up here, looks like somebody has kind of looted ahead of me, so we've got to try and be a little bit quick in getting ahead of them again to get into the loot game, so to speak. But they did miss some. Usually people will miss some because they're so easy to miss. There we go. We've got some explosive compounds coming in there. Our grenades coming in, like I said, they do drop grenades. Okay, going to come along down here now. So we've done this stack here. We're going to come up this way. Do these stacks down here quickly. These two towers, there's a security breach in this left one. And there's also a weapon case potentially in the... look at that, see? You can get Exodus materials here to make your legendary and epic weapons. So yeah, up here there can be a security breach potentially. I think it did spawn. On the other side, here in this tower, there can be a weapon case. I'm not bothered about the weapon case. The weapon cases now drop really busted weapons. But fun fact, security breaches still have high durability weapons. And they're also a good source of gun parts as well. Hopefully we get a gun here, or we don't. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down one of these just to make a stack of simple gun parts, make it nice and easy. There can be a grenade case up there as well. Didn't spawn. Not going to waste too much time with this, though. Oh, we've got a surveyor. There could be an extra blueprint, potentially. The good thing about Riven Tides is pretty much always 2 surveyors per map. So better chance for blueprints. Looks like we didn't get it this time. Although, I don't know if that actually was the core there. It was, yeah. Okay. No problem. We're going to come along here then and continue our stacking yard journey. Gonna have to sort through a lot of this stuff that we've got. Okay, I'll take that purple ship because it's nice and shiny and holds a little bit of value. Couple more containers here. There's our first blueprint of the day. Right now, the new blueprints are dropping like crazy. I'm sure they've upped the blueprint drop rate for those just so everyone can have a try. I'm sure after the expedition, blueprint drop rates will be readjusted again. So the blueprints that you'll get here will be a bit more interesting when you do get a blueprint. Just checking this breach here. There's obviously sensors in there if you need it. We don't need sensors personally. I'm going to drop down here now. That's weird. And so we're going to just check the map to see the stacking containers on here so we don't get mixed up on what we have and haven't looted. Come through here. More containers. Here we go. Get those springs. More Exodus materials. Nice, nice, nice. Over there. He did a little bit of a backflip there. That's pretty skilled. Good way to be destroyed, Mr. Wasp. Coming on along here. Oh, that one we already did. So we've done this set of containers now. We're going to now do this selection of containers. As we go down here, there's a number of breach boxes that can spawn here sometimes as well. So keep an eye out on those. So they can also have good loot. As always, check these. What have we got? Silencer 2. So that's another attachment coming in. Yeah, I've seen a lot of anvil splitters. I've seen a kinetic converter, silencer 3, another attachment there. So it really does come down to luck. If you get those attachment rolls, oh, look, they can even get meds. I actually did one run where I got a bunch of herbal bandages. I was like, oh, okay. Sure, I mean, I never have enough of those. So it's almost like these containers just have every item that you can think of. I don't know. Oh, speaking of which, they even have, for some reason, the Stella Montis recyclables. So, you know, like the iron sputters and the microscopes and weird things like that. They even have it there, which is really, really strange. Oh, if I remember, did we do this section? We did, didn't we? Yeah, somebody was there with us. Okay, so we've done this lot now. We've done this lot. So now we're going to come down here. And we're going to do this lot here. Before we do that, just going to quickly come in through here. Because there could be a potential weapon case spawn. Oh, in fact, we haven't done these yet, have we? Yeah, we'll do the extra stacking yard area. There's a shotgun choke, so another attachment. And there's those herbals that I'm talking about. We can put that on there, and we can take that. So these are coming in nicely now. Just going to drop that one there to make room. Another shotgun choke. What the? Another herbal bandage. It could be a weapon case here. Didn't spawn this time. Coming down here now. So we're getting a lot of these attachments coming in. Every time we get an attachment, you've got to think, that's a chance for a kinetic converter. Here's the springs now coming on in. Did that drop on the floor? It did. We're going to need to make room for that. I'm going to drop this syringe. Yeah, so we're going to probably get at least one stack of springs, a couple stacks of explosives. If you want magnets, there's also a really good source of magnets as well. I don't need them personally. There's so much loot here, you kind of got to pick and choose what you want to take home. Like, you're just getting meds here as well. Like, what do you mean shield recharges and adrenaline shots? It's such a random selection of loot. There's grenades there. We don't really have room for that, although you could make a bit of profit bringing back home the grenades. Oh, I hate this spot. Gotta be careful you don't accidentally fall off like that. There are some tricky ones. More grenades. These rocket thrusters turn into synthesized fuel. If the Trailblazers weren't terrible, then that would be great, but they kind of aren't. Notice I'm not picking up any of the grenades, really, because we're not going to have room for them. There's too much loot here. We're going to have to leave so much stuff behind. We are really picking and choosing the stuff that we actually want to go for. Magnets there, look. That's 5 magnets in one container. You can also do the same with batteries here as well. So many batteries. Not as good as Stella Montis, but yeah, still a lot of batteries. Okay, this is the part that we zipped on earlier, so we've been here already. Just ran past this because I thought somebody would have looted it, but I guess not. Okay, so now we come back through here. This is where you got to really remember where you've been and where you haven't been. So we haven't been here yet to this stacking yard area. One more breachable box there. Let's see if we can get any kinetic converters or anything. That would be cool. What have we got in here? More magnets. Unfortunately, the magnets really do start to stack up. We're going to have to start dropping some of our heavy ammo as well. We brought in a lot because sometimes Arc just overwhelms you on this map. We're on Riven Tides, though. I forgot that Riven Tides, they're a little bit less chaotic, interestingly. And funnily enough, I think night raids are a little bit easier than day raids. It's kind of crazy. Like I said, we don't need rusted tools because there's so many springs going around. It's just kind of a waste of space, to be honest. We've done those ones there. Just like to jump up and make sure I haven't missed any because I can't remember all of the container spawns, to be honest. Okay, come here. Sometimes be... Oh, dude, it's really hard to remember the exact locations. You've got to keep your eyes peeled for where the containers can actually spawn. Grab that. What have we got? More shield... Okay, this is weird. We're getting a lot of medical supplies this time. I think we'll do another run on a night raid after, just to compare. Another key. It's a Blue Gate Village key, though. Oh, come on. We need some of these hotel keys. We're looking for days, actually. I'm trying to find the Hotel 404 key. If you've ever found that, please let me know. I'm desperate to find it. I don't know if it even exists. I think it's kind of a troll by the devs, you know? Hotel key 404 not found. Sounds kind of cool. There's silencer 2 on it now. So we haven't done this whole stack here yet, so we're going to do that now. Pay attention to how there's just nobody looting here. We got the beachcombing event on right now, so that could explain why. Another key, this time a hatch key. Right, we're going to have to drop some ammo. I'll take that. More batteries there if you want to go for batteries. Like I say, there's a good source of batteries. The power banks and industrial batteries will break down into that. We haven't got many explosive compound this time. The crazy thing about this loot route, like I say, there's so many different potential items spawned. Sometimes you'll leave with like 12 broken guidance systems, or in other words, like 40 plus processors. I'm not even joking. Sometimes you'll leave with 20 plus springs. Sometimes 15 explosive compound. Sometimes you'll come out with a bunch of attachments and meds like we are today. It's all just, there's so many crazy items here. Like, it's the most vast loot pool I've ever seen. Okay, a couple more here. That's why you got to do a good run around to make sure you don't miss any. Ooh, we got something in here. Oh, nice. Riven Tides secure storage key card. So fun fact, to get that one, we do need to actually go inside the first key room, which is a green color key room. Classified, I think it's called. You need the classified something. Classified records key. You need that first before you can loot that one, which is kind of funny. I'm trying to figure out what to drop here now. Let's see. 5 shield charges are going to go. Yep. We're not really dealing with much arc, luckily. Doing well so far. That was a double lucky loot roll. That's pretty cool. See, that's what I mean. Frequency modulation box here. Like, we're getting Stella Montis items here. They've literally put the entire game's loot pool in here, pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised to find almost anything in here. Right, we're now doing this section. This is the section that most people would normally have done because it's kind of near the puzzle area. You know, people... Oh, a weapon. Wait, don't we have a shotgun choke? Yes, that's going to give us some more room. We can get rid of the kettle too. A lot more people come through this area just because it's kind of near the rest of the map. It's near the puzzle room. It's near where all the arc are. So this side is more likely to be looted. So far, pretty good. Because we're doing this on the beachcombing event, we have been pretty lucky with our loot. which is awesome. Very awesome. Obviously, if you're doing beachcombing event, you are going to get a lot of the tools spawning here as well. It's kind of like a downside in a way. But it's not really a massive problem because we can... we're still getting a lot of loot, even though a lot of those loot rolls end up being the Stockmaster's detector as well. Looks like nobody's looted this. This is great. Everyone's out on the beach, I guess. Awesome. Awesome stuff. More loot for me. Another weapon, another shield recharger. We're seeing that a lot of these. I wonder if it's tied to beachcombing. I wonder if the loot is different in beachcombing because I haven't noticed so many herbals, adrenaline shots, and shield charges in a single match before from this area. We're gonna have to do a night raid after this and compare. There again, shield charger and adrenaline shot together. That's really funny. I'll come along here. There aren't honestly that many here, to be honest. Actually, I always get really confused with this spot. Yeah, I don't think there's many like in the other areas. I will show you a weapon case spawn and another security breach, although it's probably looted. To be honest, more containers here. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Motors as well you can get here, of course, if you need that for the expedition. This is going to be a great place to get a lot of the expedition, workbench stuff, rather, once you've done the expedition. Industrial battery, again, more batteries if you needed it. Yeah, we're getting a lot of these Stockmaster's detectors now, which is just kind of expected. If we come up here, then there's a little bit of a hidey hole here where you can get a weapon case and a med bag. Shotgun bag that can go on a shotgun. We're just going to break that down. We'll take break that down as well. Okay, we've got a med bag here. Alright, starting to really like run up the number of items we've got now, to be honest. Just checking. I'd rather... guess a Buried City Hospital key is worth more to me right now. Yeah, at the end of the expedition, you got to think what is even worth putting in your safe pocket. Just depends, I guess. Definitely not a hatch key. Okay, so it can be another security breach here. It didn't spawn. Unfortunate. Another purple boat there. Okay, I guess we get rid of the stims. I hate getting rid of stims. Wait, we can go like that. There we go. I love holding onto my stims till the very end because I do end up using them. I've still got 13 minutes on the clock, which is quite nice. I can show you some more spots. So a bunch of batteries, more rusted tools there if you want to take them. I don't think it's worth it personally. We could do the puzzle if we had a friend, but honestly, the puzzle room is not that great. Better off going to explore other spots on the map, to be honest. More springs there. But that's not over yet, okay? We're not quite done yet. Although we've mostly done in the stacking yard, what we'll do first is come along down this way. Over here. Up and around. There can be some breachables up here, by the way. We've got a bunch of arc to deal with. Let's just deal with those. Sounds so funny. Right, reload quickly. I love the patina. It's great. Just so easy. Do you eat through ammo? Yes. Yes, you do. In fact, the most annoying one to deal with is the wasp, funnily enough. I mean, we can try and shoot the thrusters, but it's kind of hard. So for the sake of convenience, you kind of just end up putting 8 bullets into the body. But yeah, that's alright. Kind of running low on ammo. Down here now. Really good. This tool is really good for this as well. And by the way, you don't need a killer turbine to get this. You can go loot arc couriers to get the crafting parts for it if you need it. So there are a few more lootable containers around here. I thought I'd just check through it really quickly. We've got 11 minutes. There's a couple up there, actually. Uptown, unfortunately. Okay. Let's go up there. Bum. Oh, more here. Brilliant. Oh, a bunch here. Nice. We found a nice little corner nobody's looted. More broken guidance systems. So that's 8 processors there. Like I say, sometimes I've come out with like so many broken guidance systems. I don't even know what to do with them. Exodus modules and magnetic accelerators. I have so many. I can craft anything I want at this point just by coming to this one place, which is quite nice. It's probably my favorite place to loot. And you know, Stella got a little bit tiring. It was too good. So I'm glad we got another place to contend with the best. Another lucky loot roll. That's just a weapon. We're going to Jump onto this. There we go. Just gotta try and remember where the spawns are. That's the hard part, you know? Like, they are really hidden. And I think that's why a lot of people think there's not much loot here. More explosive compounds, more springs. We only got 3 explosive compounds this time. That's very, unlike this place, to be honest. A lot of overall value coming in, though. If you care about your monetary value, then you're going to get that here as well. More containers here. More springs, of course. The crazy thing is, this is, like I say, think about all the Dockmaster's detectors that could have been something else. You know? One more here. There we go. Yep. That's crazy. Okay, we're going to come along through this way. You can go along the beach, by the way, and there are a bunch of containers on there as well. However, I think most people right now are on the beach, just because I haven't really seen any players, and we are on the beachcombing event. All right. That's how I'd rather deal with the wasps. It's just a little bit of an ammo hog. We're coming along here. We're going to take a different route, and I'll show you another security breach spot as well. There we go. Get those explosive compound numbers up. Here we are. Yeah. All right. Coming along down here. Checking these both sides that way. Coming up here. Ba-ba-bum, bada-bum. One more here. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Uh-huh. Right. One breachable here. Breach that open. Still got 8 minutes on the clock. We do have a hatch key as well. And we're always close to a hatch in this map, so it's not a big deal. I noticed this one, I've never breached this before, but I noticed they recolored it, so I'm curious what's inside. Ah, advanced mechanicals in here. Okay. Do we have enough space to take that home? We'll go like that. And yeah, sure, one advanced mechanical. That is technically a new container type. Recolored the other one. Okay. Down here. Coming through here. There are more containers. Don't usually come in through this way. I'll usually go on the beach, but I thought we'd try coming in through this way for a change. I'm not really sure of the specific container spawns here, but I will show you where the security breach is and a breach room, which is it's not that great, to be honest. Kind of just for the security breach in there. This whole area, customs house, is a bit of a letdown. I'll be honest. Got to be very vigilant for all of the pops and fireballs that spawn in here. This is going to be a great place to do the pops and fireballs trials. Better than Stella? Not sure, but they are in here. Uncountable amounts in here. Here you go, another weird item, spectrum analyzer. So if we take that back, I believe that's going to give us a lot of stuff. So we probably want to take that back. So we're going to probably drop... It's time to do it. We're dropping the syringes, adrenaline shots rather. Couple more containers to look at here. Another one there. So these containers basically contain the same loot as the ones outside. Another key. Okay. Come on. We need those keys. I'm going to drop the crash mat, I think. Actually, I'm going to drop the... What's worth more? 129... 139 cents. Okay. The blaze nade is worth more. Oh, then. Yeah. I know I keep saying container. It's kind of awkward because we're looting... containers inside a shipping container. It's kind of all I can say to explain what we're doing here. So, yeah, don't take a shot after every time I say that word. That would be a very dangerous game. Okay. I don't think there's any on that side. Yep. Okay, so now we can take the zip up this way. And there's a chance somebody would have come through here. It's a breach room, so that kind of gets people's attention a little bit, to be honest. Yeah, it has been breached. So I'll show you where the security breach is. I'll show you the 2 containers in here worth looting. I mean, if you're looking for processors, then you do have them here. Security breach would usually be on that wall. You can usually get an advanced electrical on this table. And then you got some containers here. They have grenades in, basically. They don't have much. It's not a great spot, but it is a security breach location, so that's kind of nice. If you come along here, there's a weapon case there. We're going to try and grab that one, actually. And there's an ammo box down here. So there's quite a lot of Raider-style containers. Probably worth coming in here after the wipe to try and get your, you know, gun parts, blueprints and stuff. Got to be careful here, but you can make your way across here. Jump up here. Jump on this side. Mantle up. And then we can get the grenade box, which is down here, I think it is. Oh, did I miss it? On this side? Oh, here it is. Grab that. Oh, wolf pack. Oh, like gun parts. Take that then. Got the weapon case over there. Probably just some more gun parts for us. Almost fell down. That got a little bit scary, didn't it? I'll be careful here. Actually, I think what we need to do... Is it possible to do? Yeah. Okay, you got to just kind of step back a bit as you jump up. All right. Like that. Loot the weapon case. Yep, that's going to be more gun parts. That's going to be more gun parts. You can never have enough gun parts when you're dealing with the durability changes, right? If you're a player that likes to renegade, for example, you're going to need to be repairing that thing all the time. You could try to take a stack of your favorite gun parts type instead of breaking them all down to simple, but I like to kind of vary things a little bit. So we're back up here now. And we could leave. We could leave. Okay, so here's a look at what we got. So we got 4 keys. Technically 5 if you can include the hatch key. We've got 2 blueprints. We only got 2 broken guidance systems, but you can just have a look here to see how many I've ended up getting over the last little bit. Just to bear in mind how much processes that is. Look at that. That's crazy. That's just from running this spot, right? Also, all of these explosive compounds have come from this spot. This time we only got 4. We did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attachments. We got 18 simple gun parts, which we broke down from others. We've got 1 complex, we've got 1 magnetic accelerator, 2 Exodus modules, 2 of the epic ships, and 1 spectrum analyzer, which would break down into another Exodus module. So overall, a bunch of really useful stuff. I recorded 2 more runs, one on a night raid and one on a day raid, so you can see how the loot differs, bearing in mind the loot's always a little bit different. You can see in the night raid, though, we got quite a few ships and a lot of more springs this time, and less attachments and less healing items. And then on the normal day raid, not beachcombing, we ended up with 6 blueprints, a Leviathan ship, and a few other bits and pieces. It's all just RNG and luck, what you'll end up with yourself, but you can see the different items you can get your hands on. So yeah, this is a really good loot route that has all of the items you could need in the game, really. Let me know if you go and loot it and if you find anything good. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.